So apparently the West sucks, and there's a million ways to die in it. That's basically what you learn from A Million Ways to Die in the West. New comedy, written, directed, and I think produced and starring Seth McFarlane, guy from Family Guy and Ted. And yeah, he makes it very clear the West sucks. There's a lot of ways to die in it. And what did you think of the movie?
I thought overall it was pretty good. Maybe not what you expected for a comedy, like laugh out loud per se, but yeah, overall I still enjoyed it for the most part.
I I overall I enjoyed it. I wasn't laughing out loud as much as I probably would have wanted to. You definitely laugh out loud. It had its moments of laugh out loud, and then it had its not moments too. And then for most of it, even if you weren't laughing out loud, I would say I was always entertained. I was never like bored or anything. It was entertaining, and it definitely had some pretty funny parts. I maybe would have liked a little bit more funny, but it was pretty good still. I enjoyed it. Uh, so yeah, let's see. Okay, well, I guess the cast would be one thing to talk about.
Yeah, how was the rest of the cast?
Yeah, like I said, you got Seth MacFarlane and uh, Liam Neeson, Neil Patrick Harris, Charlize Theron, Amanda Seyfried, Giovanni Ribisi, and Sarah Silverman. That's pretty solid cast right there. All those people, and I thought they were mostly all pretty. Yeah, they were all pretty good. Besides, acting wise, Seth MacFarlane might be the weakest link. Even though he's hilarious and I love him. I feel like he's less of acting, whereas it's just like Seth MacFarlane himself telling a bunch of jokes. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't think he's that good of an actor in front of the camera, but he's funny. He's still funny. I'm a big fan of him. What do you say? Do you agree with that? What do you say about the cast?
Yeah, I basically agree for the most part. Yeah, I mean, most of the cast was, pretty good with their part. And, yeah, like you said, I mean, McFarlane, first time really seeing him in live action leading roles, so, not quite sure what to expect, but,
Yeah.
I mean, probably not quite what you want to see in a leading role guy, but I guess, he wasn't too bad, but, what are you gonna expect?
Yeah, before this, you ever seen him like voices, like he was the voice of Ted, and he was the voice of everybody on Family Guy and all that stuff, and we saw him in person on the Oscars last year, but that wasn't a movie. This is his first time like in a big role in a movie, like actually acting. But yeah, I mean, the other ones are all good. MPH is awesome. He's good.
Oh yeah,
He's always awesome. Pretty awesome musical number in there. About mustaches. And some pretty cool cameos.
Oh yeah, almost forgot about that.
And I mean, I'm not sure what else. Oh, well, I was a little bit surprised. But I wasn't. There was more story than I was expecting. But I don't know. I thought the story was all right. I I I don't think McFarlane was that good of an dramatic actor or anything, but there was a little bit more of a story than I was even expecting. I don't know. It wasn't a bad story.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Yeah. Overall, that's about it. It is pretty funny. Some jokes fall flat and don't really hit, but a lot do. I think we both said when we were walking back to the car to the theater. It had a lot of moments, but then also had a lot of not moments, whatever you want to call it. But still a pretty enjoyable comedy. I enjoyed it. Maybe a little disappointing compared to what I would have wanted, but pretty good still.
So, I mean, was there anything else in particular that, you really just didn't like about the movie?
Nothing that I didn't already mention or really hint at.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Do you have anything in mind?
No, not really, like you said. I mean, really the only main thing that got at you was, just how, there was just a lot of jokes that, fell short and were pretty cliche, you've seen a bunch of times before.
Yeah,
Made it not as funny, but...
yeah, it had a lot of moments, but then some of the jokes were not good. So it had a lot of stupid stuff that didn't really work. But it was a mix. It wasn't. Yeah, it was alright. I think I basically covered everything for me. Anything else you have to say? That you got it all now?
No, I guess that's pretty much it.
That is pretty much it. So rating time though. What would you rate Emily Wasted on the West?
Uh, well, I guess I would just give it a what the hell, solid B, I guess.
That's what I was gonna say too. So we both give A Million Ways to Die in the West a B. So check it out, worth the try. Pretty funny. Not as good as Ted, I would say, but if you're a fan of stuff, it's still good. So check it out. I know I enjoyed Ted a lot more, but still it's good if you're a fan of that stuff. And yeah, that's about it. So check it out and comment and subscribe and like and all that stuff. And I'm Skyler Move again.
Oh, cousin Josh here.
And
That's all we got.
Yep.